Hello and welcome back to Global Gaming Women's Fair Game Podcast here at the GGW retreat at G2E 2025. I am joined by the amazing Jenna Wheeler. Can you please introduce yourself, Jenna?
Hello all, I'm Jenna Wheeler. I am currently the Director of Events and Communications with Spectrum Gaming Group, and I'm thrilled to be here.
Yay! I love talking to another events girly. This is going to be
Absolutely.
a fun conversation. But okay, so to get started, this is your second G2E.
Correct.
But actually your first full education.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what brought you here.
So I am thrilled to be here because I am one of the very fortunate recipients of the GGW scholarship this year, which fortunately allows me this full access pass to go to all of the educational sessions in addition to seeing everyone who's on the floor. So there's such a wide variety of sessions. There's kind of something for everybody, and whether it's going to visit a familiar face or a topic that you're passionate about or just educating yourself further, that has been amazing. So I've been having an amazing time so far, and I am so glad to be back.
Yes. So what has been your favorite session so far? What's been most impactful or interesting?
So as far as educational sessions, I went to a really great session on Tuesday. The days are blurring together.
I know.
And it was a sweep session, and just a whole panel of experts who are just terrific speakers, great moderator, great topic, important topic that's been covered a lot of late, but there's still a lot to say. So that was definitely a standout session for me so far.
Oh, I love that. I love that. How do you see, your experience attending the education sessions? How do you see it impacting, your work and your career trajectory?
So it's really impactful for me because in my current role with Spectrum, the Spectrum Gaming Group is the executive director of the National Council of Legislators from Gaming States. And we at Nickel G's, as we affectionately call it, have 2 events per year. They're educational events. We just had our summer meeting in Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you for everyone who came.
Fun.
And we're planning our winter one right now. So these are educational events, and they are really geared towards gaming legislature, gaming regulation, things that are going on sort of behind the scenes in terms of policy and what is coming down the pike. So seeing who's speaking and what they're speaking about and what are the topics that are important and resonating most with people in the industry are really helpful for us as we start to think about our next event coming up, as we're building out that agenda, as we're figuring out who would be the most impactful speakers, as we're speaking to sponsors and potential attendees. So going to these sessions and seeing what people are talking about is really, really key for us.
Yes. Okay, I also love, this is something that I've really noticed, right? I'm in event marketing for my company, and gaming is still my favorite industry, but we are industry agnostic, right, as a company. And so it's been really interesting the last 2.5 years going to all of these different, events in so many different industries, right, from tech to semiconductor to health to, media and entertainment, et cetera, et cetera. And especially the big, right, like conferences, trade shows that have a lot of, right, educational sessions and agendas. It is so clear, and I'm curious your thoughts on this too. It is so clear to me, right, when an event organizer has created content and has created an agenda, and it's clear they're not in the industry, right? It's just a bunch of buzzwords, sales pitches, and you're like, okay, what is the value that I am gaining as an attendee here? And then the event organizers that are actually in the industry. So you all, right, as obviously a gaming company, and then putting on these events, that must be incredibly impactful and valuable for your attendees.
It absolutely is. And one of the things as far as Spectrum Gaming Group, we always tell people that we neither promote nor oppose gaming so much as we are there to be a voice for properly regulated and legislated gaming, that policy is sound, because people are going to do it, whether you encourage it or you don't.
Yeah.
But it's important that where and when it is happening, that it's happening properly, safely, legally, and that the government behind it is there to back it up of, sound regulation, and whether that's responsible gaming, whether you're talking AML, whether you're revisiting a topic that's been around forever or maybe something that's emerging and really needs to be addressed. But yes, I agree with you. I do think you can tell when it's just checking off a list of buzzwords or only seeking out the most high profile speakers, as opposed to really being very thoughtful in how you're curating your content and who you want to see speaking about each topic. Is this, are you really searching for that person who's the true voice of that
Yes.
issue? And
Yeah.
and if it is an issue that, is perhaps, a subject of some debate, are you looking for people to speak on both sides of that issue so that it's a well-rounded conversation? 'Cause
Yes.
that's where the education happens.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there was an amazing session that I went to on Monday, engaging a younger demographic, how to engage. And I loved the panel having this beautiful dichotomy of perspective between marketing and compliance and legal, right?
Yes.
Michelle Dunham was up there, right, with her, legal background, providing that expertise. And then Hillary McAfee, a social media
Oh,
consultant,
yes.
she's amazing, and Jennifer, the CMO of Penn. And it was just such a beautiful diversity of perspective and dichotomy, really, of perspective between marketing and legal. So you're spot on. Your events sound great and very thoughtfully curated.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm so happy to hear about that impact. So you said you have one more coming up this year?
We do.
Yeah?
One more coming up to close out the year. So, for those who have not heard or are perhaps not following us on social media, our upcoming winter meeting is happening in December in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Ooh.
So I live
I
in New
wanna go.
Jersey. You
Yeah.
absolutely should come. I mean, especially if you live in the Northeast, like by December, you are ready to
Yes.
get into the warmer climate.
Brilliant location.
Amazing location. We're going to be at the Fairmont El San Juan. And the amount of interest and support that we've been getting since the announcement came out, people are so excited to come to this meeting, which of course is exciting for us
Yes.
because we want to welcome all the people. We're seeing really exciting amounts of growth in the numbers coming to these meetings. So December is going to be really amazing. It starts on December 10th. So follow us on LinkedIn for more details. We will have weekly releases going out and being posted on social with information on our panelists, topics, speakers, networking events. So for LinkedIn, it's National Council of Legislators from Gaming States. And our website is nclgs.org. So absolutely check us out and register for the event online. And you can also book your hotel rooms online. We do have blocks at 2 hotels, so we cannot wait to see you there.
Yes. Oh, that'll be so fun.
It's going to be
I love
great.
that.
The agenda is going to be announced very soon.
Yay! Counting down the days.
Yes.
Very cool. I love that. Well, I'm so happy that you're here and you're, getting this exposure and this experience. But you're really involved with Global Gaming Women.
I am,
Yeah.
very much so.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about what else you do on the board and in the organization.
Oh my goodness. So again, being from New Jersey, I don't get the in-person gaming events all year round that so many people in this industry do. So what's amazing is how GGW, being not just a nationwide but a worldwide organization, has really worked to foster innovative ways for people to be in touch no matter where you live, even if you're not in Vegas, where you're going to meet up with people on their property. So Lean In Circles is a fantastic opportunity for that, and I'm going into my 3rd year with Lean In now. So Lean In Circles, if you haven't seen that advertised through GGW's site,
They're amazing.
They're amazing, and in a very brief nutshell, if you apply at no extra cost, they will ask you a couple of questions, and based on those questions, they will put the women who apply into small groups, usually maybe 6 to 8 or so people, and it will be somewhat based on geography and especially time zone. And they're usually people who don't work in the same company as you, so you can really feel comfortable talking freely. Mm-hmm. You can talk about work, you can bounce ideas, you can vent, ask advice, you can talk about non-work, you can just network and make friends with these people.
Yes.
So highly recommend Lean In. I just met 3 of my 5 Lean In Circle members here for the very first time, so that's amazing.
I love that. Yes.
So highly recommend Lean In Circles.
Yeah, and then mentorship, right?
Mentorship. So I am part of the mentorship committee, which not only supports Lean In, but we also support something called One Up, One Down, and that is our mentorship program. Again, free for members, so all the more reason to participate.
And membership is free. So
it's all free.
Everything's free.
So take advantage of all of it. So
Yes.
through One Up, One Down, which again, you can sign up for that through our website, You will, again, answer a couple of brief questions, and those questions are really just meant to match you to someone that the algorithm feels would be a good mentor for you. Now, you can sign up to be a mentor, a mentee, or both. And either way, it'll match you. And it's a 3-month period. So it's great if they match you with someone and you have your meetings or your chats and you just really click and it's the perfect fit. You can extend that. You don't have to end it after 3 months. But it also allows you the opportunity after that 3 months to say, like, this was great. And, I want to have a new experience and get
Yeah.
rematched and meet someone else.
Yeah. Honestly,
So,
that
yeah.
end date is nice. Sometimes it drags on a little bit too much, and then nobody
Yeah.
knows how to close the door, even if it has been a wonderfully impactful experience. So
Totally. And
that's
I
awesome.
will tell you from not just being on the committee, but I joined it myself. And it actually did match me with the perfect mentor. So I'm here as a personal testimonial to tell you that whatever that algorithm does, it does it just right.
Oh,
So give it a
love
try.
that. Love that. Well, so my favorite way to close out every Fair Game podcast episode that I host is to ask our guests the best compliment that they have ever received, or the most impactful compliment that they've ever received, and how, why it was impactful, why it was positive, and how it potentially, shifted or changed the trajectory of their life and career. So, what comes to mind?
So, whenever I think of someone whose opinion and advice and compliments mean the most to me, the first person I always think of is my mom. She is a single mom. She is a cancer survivor.
Oh,
She is a superhero in every sense of the word. And last year, just about this time, I was navigating the difficult waters of a mass layoff at a former company, which was really difficult. And, no matter how old you get, you always need your mom at
yeah.
times like that. And she reiterated to me pretty much every day during that time period that I was inspiring to her.
Oh my
And
gosh.
for someone who's been through what she went through, and I mean, I think she's the inspiring one,
Yeah.
but for her to find inspiration in me was, there is no higher compliment.
Oh my gosh, that
I
is
only
so
want to make her
beautiful.
proud.
Oh my goodness. I hope that if she watches this, she
I'm
better.
going to make her watch
Yes.
it. I don't think she knows what a podcast is.
That is so sweet. That is so sweet. But that is inspiring. I think your mindset is incredibly inspiring.
Thank you.
What is the quote that you like to say that you?
Oh, I say that the comeback is bigger than the setback.
Yes, yes.
And it is.
Yes, that is absolutely inspiring in the, beauty of how concise it is and so powerful. I mean, your mindset over everything. It's the only thing in the world we have control over.
So true.
Yeah.
So true. And for anyone listening who was at Sip and Social this morning, I mean, there were so many powerful messages about just that. It
Yeah.
really resonated with the people, and including the men in the audience too.
Oh yeah,
They were into it.
We love allies. Yeah, our content is not just for women. We love
Absolutely.
allies too.
There were some really enthusiastic men listening to
I know,
the-
yeah, I love the
this
shout outs.
morning.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
The one guy, he was like, good.
Yes,
So
love that
funny.
guy.
That was awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the Fair Game podcast. Happy G2E.
Happy G2E. Thanks for having me.
Yay.